Hey guys, it's me and welcome back to another story. In today's episode, we're gonna dive into an amazing story that's all about friendship and teamwork. So let's get started. Once upon a time, in the beautiful city of Skyluna, life was as sweet as star candy and as bright as neon dreams. Skyscrapers tickled the clouds and vehicles zoomed through the sky, leaving trails of stardust. But something was off. There was a growing darkness that threatened to swallow the joy and light of Skyluna. Skyluna was once a city full of laughter and light, but lately something was wrong. People had begun to forget important moments, their smiles, their dreams, even their loved ones. Their happiness was fading away like stardust on a breeze. In the heart of this puzzling mystery lived 5 ordinary kids, each holding a piece of the extraordinary within them. First, we have Leo, a humble comic book artist who poured his imagination onto paper. Then there was Juno, the fearless skateboarder whose spirit was as untamable as a comet. Next, we have Ravi, the tech whiz who saw magic in circuits and code. Then came Aya, the quiet girl who seemed to know things before they happened. And finally, Mika, the street magician who hid his sadness behind dazzling tricks. Each of these kids started having strange dreams. They dreamt of glowing symbols, epic battles, and a voice echoing through the cosmos saying, "You were born to protect the light." Though they couldn't understand these dreams, they felt a calling, a responsibility stirring within them. Little did they know, these dreams were messages from a source beyond their wildest imaginations. Meanwhile, the darkness continued to spread across Skyluna. People forgot their loved ones. Buildings turned dull and lifeless, and the very essence of the city seemed to be withering away. One night during a citywide blackout, these 5 kids found themselves drawn to a rooftop. There, beneath a sky full of swirling colors, they witnessed a mysterious beam of energy emerge, reaching out towards them. As the beam enveloped them, each kid was filled with a surge of newfound power. They were infused with cosmic energy, transforming them into the protectors Skyluna needed. But how did they get those powers? Well, it turns out that what they felt wasn't just a random occurrence. It was a beacon from the Starlight Core, an ancient sentient energy source that safeguarded the balance between light and darkness. The Starlight Core had chosen these 5 kids as its guardians, sensing their potential for greatness. With their newfound abilities, the kids were ready to face whatever challenges came their way. But first, they needed to understand the true extent of their powers. That's when Nova, a wise celestial owl, appeared before them. She explained that they were now known as the Starlight Squad, and she was there to guide them. As it turns out, the reason for the blackout was caused by the villain, Vorak, who had used his power to plunge the city into darkness. But why, you ask? Well, that's where the story takes an unexpected twist. Vorak was once a hero, a member of the Starlight Squad just like them. But tragedy struck when he lost someone precious to him. Consumed by grief, he turned to the dark side, embracing the power of stardust and transforming into the menacing villain we know today. Now, driven by a desire to end all suffering, he sought to rewrite reality, erase memories, and plunge the world into eternal darkness. But our heroes weren't about to let that happen. Thus, the Starlight Squad was born, consisting of Leo, the artist, whose drawings could come to life under his command; Juno, the daredevil whose kinetic energy manipulation gave her incredible speed and agility. She could increase the kinetic energy of any object she touched, making it move faster. Ravi, the tech genius, who could manipulate machines and speak in coded phrases, though he sometimes struggled with believing he lacked offensive powers. Aya, the seer, who saw fragments of the future and could freeze time for a few seconds. And Mika, the magician, who bent light and shadow, allowing him to vanish from sight. Together, this squad was a force to be reckoned with. With Nova's guidance, they trained day and night in a secret sky temple known as the Halo Nest, where gravity flowed like water, preparing for the day they'd have to confront Vorak. During a mission to retrieve a stolen artifact, the squad faced a group of Vorak's minions. Despite their best efforts, the mission ended in a disaster. Vorak's power proved too strong, and the Starlight Squad retreated, shaken and disheartened. In the aftermath of their failed mission, the squad splintered. Mika, blaming himself for his team's defeat, ran away from home, determined to find his missing brother on his own. While the others wrestled with their feelings of failure, confusion and doubt, they couldn't shake off a nagging feeling that they were supposed to do something more. Meanwhile, Vorak's forces grew bolder with each passing day. More and more people fell under his spell, succumbing to the darkness that enveloped Skyluna. The city's vibrant colors faded, replaced by a haunting monochrome as Vorak drew closer to achieving his ultimate goal of rewriting reality. As days turned into weeks, the weight of their responsibility pressed heavily on the Starlight Squad. But their determination to save Skyluna and its people didn't waver. They knew they had to get back together if they were going to stop Vorak. It was Aya who took the first step towards healing the fractured team. She found Mika, the magician, sitting alone in a desolate part of the city. Realizing that he wasn't to blame for what happened to his brother, she offered him comfort and reminded him that they didn't have to face this alone. Her simple words, "You don't have to shine alone. Stars are always stronger together," echoed the sentiment that each member of the squad felt. Touched by Aya's compassion, Mika rejoined the Starlight Squad, his heart lighter knowing that he wasn't alone in his struggle. Back together, the squad devised a new plan. Using Ravi's technical expertise, they created special devices that would amplify their powers, making them even more effective against Vorak's forces. Finally, the day of reckoning arrived. The Starlight Squad confronted Vorak atop the Celestial Tower as the sky cracked open, revealing the dark void that threatened to consume Skyluna. With a heavy heart, Vorak unleashed his ultimate attack, plunging the city into darkness and causing the ground beneath their feet to crumble. In the midst of this chaos, the Starlight Squad stood firm. Leo, the artist, brought a giant guardian to life from his sketchpad, shielding them from Vorak's initial attacks. Juno, the daredevil, dodged and weaved, using her enhanced speed to frustrate Vorak. Aya, the seer, paused time, catching her breath after predicting Vorak's next move. Mika, the magician, used shadow portals, confusing Vorak and disarming him of his eclipse gauntlet. Finally, Ravi, the tech whiz, sent a virus into the gauntlet, turning it into a beacon of pure imagination. This unexpected twist stunned Vorak, giving the squad time to regroup. Seeing a vision of his past self, he realized that there was still good left in him. Overwhelmed with remorse, Vorak lowered his guard, whispering, "I just wanted peace." In that moment of vulnerability, Leo reached out, offering him a chance at redemption, saying, "Then help us make it, together." Touched by Leo's words, Vorak hesitated, his expression shifting from menace to contemplation. The battle came to an abrupt end as Vorak decided to switch sides, joining the Starlight Squad in their fight against the encroaching darkness. With his knowledge of the Eclipse Gauntlet and the city's infrastructure, Vorak proved to be a valuable asset, helping them navigate the treacherous pathways leading to the heart of the Celestial Tower. As they ventured deeper into the tower, Vorak's inner turmoil became evident. Visions of his former self and the people he had hurt tormented him, serving as a constant reminder of the choices he had made. However, the Starlight Squad, recognizing the hero that Vorak once was, treated him with kindness and respect, hoping to guide him back to the light. Their journey led them through a series of challenges designed to test their strength, courage, and unity. Facing these obstacles together, the Starlight Squad grew even closer, their bonds of friendship strengthening with each passing moment. Vorak, witnessing their camaraderie, found himself gradually opening up, sharing his insights and experiences to help them overcome the challenges that lay ahead. Finally, they reached the core of the Celestial Tower. There, the Starlight Squad confronted the source of the encroaching darkness and the mastermind behind it all, none other than Vorak's corrupted self. But they persevered, drawing strength from their unwavering belief in each other and their refusal to let darkness consume the city they loved. In a stunning display of teamwork and newfound unity, the Starlight Squad managed to defeat Vorak's corrupted self, vanquishing the darkness that had been plaguing Skyluna. With the city saved, the Starlight Squad emerged as true heroes, not because they were the strongest or had the most powerful abilities, but because they chose to stand together to care for each other and to fight for what was right. As Skyluna slowly began to heal, the people slowly regained their memories and their smiles returned. Life in the city was no longer as carefree as it once was, but it was better. They had learned the true meaning of friendship, sacrifice, and courage, and they knew that as long as they had each other, they could overcome any challenge that came their way. And so the tale of the Starlight Squad became a legend, whispered on the wind and twinkled among the stars. A reminder that even in the darkest of times, a single spark of hope can ignite a universe of courage. The end.